Good evening to those bored enough to watch. I want to start off this video by mentioning a tweet from the director of the game since its release, in which I want to say that I hope that this video doesn't stress them out, as it isn't my intention to do so. I really love Undertale Yellow and I simply wanted to make this video because I am aware of the patch currently being developed to fix issues with balancing and bug fixes, and I hope that this video helps with that. I wanted to talk about this game in this short video in hopes of giving feedback and generally sharing the love I had for this game since its release. Just so that this is out of the way, I'll be trying to show more miscellaneous footage in this video of just me wandering around, but I should mention that this video will have some light spoilers ahead, in which if you want to avoid that, please do play this game for yourself. I'll be leaving links to the Game Jolt page in the description. I'm aware that I don't commonly make videos of this nature, but this game has done nothing but absorb my life since it came out and I've been enjoying that, as strange as that sounds. And I hope that I can make an actual analysis video on this game someday, but for now, I want to briefly talk about Undertale Yellow, what I like about it, and what I dislike. So, with that said, let's discuss my first impressions of Undertale Yellow. Firstly, I want to talk about what I do like, which from the minimal amounts of footage I'm showing here, this game looks beautiful, replicating the style of its source material while still improving and adding things of its own, allowing for you to feel immersed into the game itself while still feeling the presence of the original game within. There is so much I could say about how this game looks, but I'd be here forever showering this game in praise if I did. Much like Undertale, this game has its own unique and stylistic locations of which take inspiration from the main game but maintain its own groundwork, with locations to call its own such as the Wild East and many others. I also really like how this game has its own characters such as Marlet, Saroba, North Star and many others. I also really like how this game makes efforts to not stray away from the core of Undertale's story, still mentioning characters like Asgore with even an appearance from Toriel at the beginning, only for a moment though before you get to see all of the other characters as they comprise most of the plot. Flowey is also a core part of this game in which I won't say much more beyond that, but I really appreciate how this game tries to be original while still maintaining its source material and not forgetting about it entirely. I also really love this game's story. It's absolutely beautifully told with many twists and surprises, just a generally captivating experience that had me hooked the entire time I was playing. I won't say much about it since I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't played it yet and have been looking to, but I would really recommend this game's story. It is genuinely such a captivating experience, providing new perspectives to Undertale's story and taking full advantage of it being a prequel to that game. I also want to compliment the OST, which is beautiful. There are so many amazing tracks that were a joy to listen to, some being reminiscent of Undertale's but still having its own style to it whenever it does. The original tracks in this game are just as great. Whether I was wandering around the game's overworld or in a boss fight, I loved listening to this game's OST. Now, one of the issues I couldn't help but notice with this game was the difficulty balancing nightmare it can be at times. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, but some areas of these boss fights had no business being as difficult as they were, in which at times I do feel as though the spectacle of some of these fights were ruined because of the sheer amounts of times that I died, something that Undertale specifically avoided by balancing its difficulty at certain sections. For example, the Asgore fight in that game was a spectacle to play through, with its visuals and music in which I was able to enjoy and immerse myself in because I wasn't dying every nanosecond. With this game, it can be difficult to feel the spectacle of some of these fights because of its imbalances in difficulty, in which is a shame because some of these boss fights are beautifully orchestrated and I would have loved to immerse myself in the moment. As I said, I won't go too much into this since I don't want to get ahead of myself and go too heavily into spoilers, but despite that, I do want to recommend this game. Despite the issues I talked about, I genuinely am enjoying every second of this game. Its style, its music and everything else is amazing. I'm having so much fun exploring this game and playing through it, and I hope that you can play it and see that for yourself too. So, there's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. This game has been amazing and I really do hope that you can play through it. I'll be leaving a link to its Game Jolt page in the description for those interested. If you want to view the list of games I want to make videos about in the future, then you can always do so through the link in the description. Additionally, if you want to follow me, then my socials will be linked in the description, as well as any afterthoughts or messages I may want to add. With that, I haven't really got much else I want to say, so I'll see you all in my next video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I wish you all a very pleasant evening.